Okay, we are starting the new year off, 2025. Book number one is Model Home by Rivers Solomon. And actually bought this at a bookstore. It was listed as a horror on Goodreads. I ended up giving this a 1. To me, it's not a horror book. It's maybe more a psychological thriller, maybe. I really don't want to give the story away. The timeline jumps around a bit, and it can be a little bit confusing to keep track of what's going on. And the ending, was just okay. I had a lot of issues. The basic concept was a good concept. The execution was not good. All right, book number 2 was Killers of the Flower Moon by David Grann. And this book's gotten a ton of press, and the movie, I've not seen the movie. I like nonfiction books. I've read a few. I ended up giving this a 2. It was about something I didn't know anything about, this Osage, which I don't know if I'm saying that right, Osage murders. There's a tribe in Oklahoma that actually had quite a bit of money because of all the oil in Oklahoma. So this occurred in the 20s. And it kind of talks about those murders and how the FBI came to be. And, that part was pretty interesting. But the book ended up being a lot of kind of just the facts. And it was hard for me to engage in it. It didn't bring the history alive for me. So this was just okay. And number 3 is The Scandalous Confessions of Lydia Bennet, Witch by Melinda Taub. I will say up front that I have not read Pride and Prejudice, which apparently this is kind of a retelling of that story. I ended up giving it a 3. I would say this is a vacation read for me. Basically, Lydia in this book is a witch, and there's some information, or the story is around maybe her familiar, which is a cat, and this other being that wants to kind of eat her soul, kind of. Wickham and Darcy are in this. Not being familiar with the characters, I don't have a good feel for, was this a good retelling? Maybe I need to read the Pride and Prejudice. And you might get more out of it if you know that book. I mean, it was okay. Like I said, it was a vacation read for me.